Hello everyone, this is All You Know 1994. I hope you all are having a great day today. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about the absolutely jam-packed Season 3 and beyond update that XDEFIANT received a few days ago. I know I'm a little late to the party here with this video, but I'm still going to make it anyway. So I just basically wanted to cover as much of what actually was released in this update as much as I can within the span of this video. As we know, Season 3 is the last content patch that XDEFIANT is receiving for the game before its inevitable shutdown later next year. And I just wanted to kind of cover the main parts of the update that I find are the most interesting and enjoyable parts of the game. Basically, to start off, we have 3 new factions that were released into the game via this patch. One of them being the Assassins from Assassin's Creed, which is, basically self-explanatory. They're just, the Assassins. They run around with their stealth abilities and pretty cool abilities. You got basically like almost kind of like the Echelon's intel suit without the wall hacks essentially being as abusable as the intel suit was. And then their ult is pretty cool as well. It's basically like a melee teleport. For those that have played Assassin's Creed, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm not going to really go into a deep dive into what each faction does. But then there is also the Wolves, that is from Tom Clancy's Breakpoint. Probably my favorite faction out of the 3 that they released. I played a lot of Breakpoint when it was the newest game with friends from work and just by myself, and I just really enjoyed that game. So seeing them in this update was pretty cool, and knowing that they were coming to the game is so upsetting that we weren't able to keep this game alive long enough for them to be fully fleshed out and utilized into this game, because they are a great faction. And then we also had what's called Blood Dragon. That's basically super cyber commandos from a dark future, and that's they only got one model for that faction because they just didn't have time to create more for that faction, because a lot of this stuff spans from not only Season 3 but Season 4 and up to Season 8. So some of the stuff, as you'll see, just didn't have a chance to really be fully developed and fleshed out. I believe that the Blood Dragon faction is one of those cases, but even with Mullet Man being the only one in that faction, probably second best out of the 3 that came out. But just simply based off of his abilities. I've seen a lot of people talking about it, and they really like it. But then other than that, the 3 factions, we had some bug fixes. Spiderbot finally was going to get the much-needed adjustment that everybody was asking for, in the form of it becoming basically a 30-second EMP that follows you around, and it disrupts all enemy equipment within a 10-meter radius, which is, in my opinion, a good change. I think that this Spiderbot change is what the game really needed early on, because from day one, DedSec's Spiderbot ability, not only was it very annoying to deal with, but it was extremely broken. It never really got truly fixed until very late into the game, and this change, I feel, is what it really needed just from the get-go. They should have just changed what it did altogether and just started from the ground up, which they were working on it to try to keep it working with the whole face-hugging ability as much as they could, but ultimately I think the ability just needed changed altogether, and this change basically made the Spiderbots pretty useless, if you ask me. A 10-meter radius electromagnetic pulse is basically, it's not as good as you think, and I think that just the EMP grenade does the job better and in a quicker way. So pretty much a Spiderbot nerf across the board, a very heavy nerf too. But then there was also a ton of maps that they released. Obviously, there was the Season 3 maps, one being Mykonos, El Barrio, another arena map, Jorvik, a linear map, and Animist Anomaly is a tactical map, which was basically made for the new tactical mode, basically another variant of Bomb. It was called Diffuse, I believe. And then there was a bunch of future maps. I'm not going to list. Well, I will list pretty much, because I'm looking at the tweet right now. There was Carlisle's Lab, Enchanted Forest, which was the Rayman event map that they were going to have for Season 4, I believe. Killstar Temple, Razia's Realm, Skell City, which is the Breakpoint map for those that don't know. That's a very good map. I really like it. I haven't had a chance to play on it yet, but I'm hoping I can actually get a chance to play on that map in the next coming days. I'm definitely going to be trying to, at least. West End, another great map. Those were all arena maps that I listed off. Then there was 3 new arena maps, or linear maps, I'm sorry. There was Skell Complex, another Breakpoint map, Esperanza, and Himalaya. Just seeing all these maps and everything that this game was supposed to get, it's really upsetting that not only did people basically pray for this game to die and were just pushing for it to die, but the fact that we were going to get so much jam-packed content, not only in Season 3, but just in up to Season 8, guys. You have to understand that Mark even said before he wasn't in it, he wasn't in this, it was a marathon for him. He wasn't trying to sprint through this. He was trying to make it a marathon, just really give us the content that we needed. And yes, you could make the argument that it was all drip-fed content, but the fact of the matter is, guys, that's just the way that developers give content to the games nowadays. It's drip-fed, slowly incorporated content. And not to say that that's a good thing. I'm not trying to say it is, because for the most part, it's usually bad. But just seeing all the maps and all the things that this game was going to get in Season 3 and beyond just really goes to show how much passion Mark and the dev team had for this game, and it's just the simple fact that Ubisoft couldn't support it, so they had to cut it short. It just sucks, but they had a bunch of map adjustments and weapon adjustments too that they were making. There was a new mode, Defuse, which is that tactical, slower paced version of Bomb, one life mode. Wasn't really going to be playing that mode. I'm not a one life mode type of player. I just prefer Respawn. Call me whatever you want for that. They had a mode where it was going to be versus bots, where you could earn XP at half rate, I believe. Lum Hunt, which was another variant of Hotshot on the Rayman map, which was going to be a part of the takeover event for Season 4, I believe. So there was also called Tilt, which is it was available in linear playlists, and it's a mode where you simultaneously battle over who can push around Carlos the most. So I'm not really sure exactly how to really explain that mode. I would have to play it to really give you a full understanding. And then there was Turbo XP, which was a super jump your way to victory in this gravity defying mode. And the new party modes playlist, from one shot kill to headshots only, and even no skills allowed. I mean, excuse me, there was just so many things, mode-wise even, just looking at this tweet, there's so many things that they really were going to do for this game that just makes me sad to see it fall off the way it did. I mean, there was all the weapons. I mean, there was 2 assault rifles, the FAMAS, the 3-burst variant of the FAMAS, the G36K, the Tommy gun. I mean, probably my favorite gun out of the whole list is the Tommy gun was going to be in the game. The MG5, pretty solid machine gun once you get attachments. I played around with it a little bit early, and it does feel good. It does hit well, but I feel like with attachments, it's a lot better of a gun. The one marksman rifle, the M1A, which everybody should know, it's like a World War II brother to the M1 Garand, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Then they had the SRS sniper rifle and the Diceros pistol, which was like a Magnum variant. And then they just basically did a bunch of balance adjustments and attachment adjustments with this whole patch that was going to be just coming into the game sporadically throughout the seasons up to Season 8. We're talking over a year of fresh content that was going to be brought into this game, all into this one content patch. And they included the prestige system, badges, faction mastery, pristine weapon mastery camos, and the one thing that everybody really wanted was that netcode patch. It was coming in Season 3, and I just feel like if Ubisoft would have held on for just a little longer and people would have just not left this game in droves like they did and just given this game more time and a chance. I know that Season 3 is way more time than most people would give for a game, but I just think that people jumped the gun with this game, and they really just were annoyed with the whole netcode issue, which, cough cough, Black Ops 6 has probably, if not worse than XDefiant's netcode, equal terrible netcode in my opinion. But it's sad to see. You know, there was a lot of nice things that this game was giving us. The maps, the guns, I mean, the factions, the abilities, all of it, just the whole takeover event they had planned for Season 4, it's all just great things that we got in this whole big Season 3 content patch that we were going to get over the course of the next year. And, you know, I'm going to play this game as much as I can, whether it's for gameplay purposes or just off-stream with friends. I'm just going to play this game as much as I can while I can, because there's a lot here to tackle, there's a lot to bite into and enjoy, and I'm going to try to enjoy every bit of it as I can. But that's going to be it for me, guys. I'm going to wrap it up here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like and a comment down below, and if you didn't like it, leave a dislike as well. It doesn't hurt my feelings. And this is All You Know 1994. Peace out.